Hey guys, a little housekeeping before I start this video. I just want to let you know my reviews are now on Rotten Tomatoes. Not for this channel, but for the channel flickeringmyth.com. You can check that out. I'll link it up here, but also down there is the link to my Rotten Tomatoes page. Check out all the movies I'm talking about, because some of them might not be on this channel. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and this is About Last Night, the show where I talk about the movie I saw last night. We're diving into a new film today that I am so excited to talk about. Yes, I am talking about the new film, Us. I don't even know where to begin crafting thoughts, feelings, emotions, an actual review for Us. This movie blew me away. Everything in Jordan Peele's new film, Us, hits the mark that I want as a horror fan. Now let's get that straight. Let's get all of that out of the way. Me as a horror fan, I have loved this genre my entire life. I have seen everything from French foreign films to Japanese iconic splatter movies to just a plain American slasher film. This is something I love. So going into a new horror film, I have a lot of expectations. I have a lot of things that are on a checklist. I want to at least have a good time. I want to jump a couple times. I like these things. We all go into, if you're a superhero fan, you go in wanting certain things from a superhero film. That's fine. Now, with Us, this hits everything I need. Not only is this incredibly tense, I mean, like, white knuckle my chair like, please get these people out of this house. It's not only that, it's actually very darkly funny. There's times where, like, very uncomfortable moments, my theater would be like, oh god, what is this? Little things like that, I think, just is what makes this film such an overall piece that is so well made, so well crafted, so entertaining to watch. That's what I'm talking about. This movie hits all those little marks that a horror film should do. I like a good, like, dark movie like Mother or Hereditary, but there's not that light entertainment factor to it. Now, Us is not a comedy by any means. This is not a horror comedy. This is still flat out a scary, terrifying movie, but they're gonna cut that tension when you need to cut it so they can undercut it with a giant scare, and that's that beautiful craftsmanship. That's what Jordan Peele brings to us that a lot of filmmakers aren't doing right now. I don't want to turn this review into a love letter to Jordan Peele, but what he is doing right now, we are seeing the birth of a new horror icon. I'm just seeing what he's going to do in his future. He has Twilight Zone coming up. He has Monkey Paw Productions that I know is going to continue even if he's not directing, just making high quality horror, and we need that. Like I said, I love a good Blumhouse slasher movie that's like cheap, easy, fun to watch, but something about Us, something about the level of art that's in this film, to me is what makes this genre more serious. Films like Us can get horror movies to the Oscars. Now, I thought it would be a movie like Hereditary with Toni Collette's amazing performance or Ari Aster's amazing direction, but Jordan Peele's been there once with Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, and then also with Get Out for Best Original Screenplay. This man knows how to craft a story to hit critics, to hit fans, to hit Jordan Peele fans, to hit horror fans. He knows what he's doing, and that's so refreshing. In the era where everyone's making studio-mandated blockbusters or an indie art film for people's gonna see, Jordan Peele's mixing those two worlds together and giving us everything. To think this man started out on Key and Peele as a sketch comedy guy to now seeing what he is, I, as a horror fan, as a filmmaker myself, this is what I want to see. This is what we've been waiting for. Us follows the story of the Wilson family, led by the father Gabe and the mother Adelaide, which is played by Winston Duke and Lupita Nyong'o. You know them from the movie Black Panther. Winston Duke was M'Baku, and Lupita was Nakia. Amazing parts of that film, and they are just the amazing part of this film. There's a lot. I love the two kid actors as well. I think it is Evan Alex and Shadi Wright Joseph. They just do amazing. Both those kid actors, when they're playing the normal version and then the tethered version, just do great. But this is Winston and Lupita's film. They are playing Gabe and Adelaide Wilson, who is the family, the two tops of the family, who are going to take their family to the like a little beach house, a little vacation home, and that's where you're like, oh, this is cute. But it's not. Like, their first night there, okay, not even, before they do that, the beach scene is odd. We know Lupita's character, Adelaide, had a weird background. She had a weird childhood. Something happened to her. So she doesn't want to go to Santa Cruz Beach. She goes, weird stuff happens, and then they go back to the home for the evening. And then they notice a family on their yard just staring. Okay, Gabe goes out and says, y'all, if y'all want to fight, we can fight. What's up? They scatter and start attacking the house, and that's all I want to say about the plot of this movie. I want this movie to wash over you. I want you to have the experience of us, because it is just mind-blowing. Like I mentioned, we have the villains, the Tethered, which are just doppelgangers. Again, that's all I want to say. They are doppelgangers, maybe clones, maybe some spiritual thing. You'll see what they are. But yeah, they are the Tether, that's the villain name, and they're basically kind of shadow versions of our people, and we start seeing that interacted. I love them. All of the actors who play the Tether version of themselves, round of applause to you, because you get to play a fun, normal version, and then this monster, this primal version. I said monstrous and primal, but the Tethered still seems somewhat organized, which is terrifying. I never, like, Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees just goes around slashing people. Freddy Krueger might have a plan, but he's just gonna mess with you in the dream. The Tethered, they're just so animalistic, but they still have plans and they still navigate, and that is so terrifying. I love them so much. I want to stop talking about them before I start spoiling things. Us is a tour de force in filmmaking. Everything in this movie is well crafted. The score is top notch. That like remixed orchestra version of I Got Five on it is so dope. You'll never hear Good Vibrations from the Beach Boys the same again. There's an NWA song in this movie that's used to perfection. The score, the soundtrack, the lighting, the cinematography blew my mind. Now this is going to get a little weird for some people might not get it, but the way the cinematographer captured black skin. Now in filmmaking, we are so used to lighting people who have my skin complexion or lighter than me and stuff like that. So to see how they have captured how to beautifully photograph black skin, the way in certain dark scenes we don't lose characters, that used to happen so much in the 80s and the 90s, we're even using color, watching the way blue reflects off Lupita's skin, just, oh my god, not even just the lighting, the way the camera moves. There's this forced perspective shot that's like almost gave me like chills, because I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. This is an unsettling shot. Forced perspective is when something's like up here but you see me back here, but you can only focus on this. You've seen it in movies. It's very odd, very cool, but I love it, and that's what I'm saying. Expertly crafted, fun, unique. This movie is something you need to see. I know if you're not a horror fan, this might have a little bit more comedy in it, then that could help you get through the tension, but if you're a horror fan, this is something you cannot miss. That is it for my review of Us. I cannot talk about this movie anymore because I would spoil some stuff and that would ruin the movie for you. If you have seen Us, I plan on doing a spoiler review so I can try to figure out what the hell happened. Maybe we can have a therapy session to get through all of the insanity, but that is my plans for Us. Let me know what you thought of this review in the comments below. Please, I would love to hear your thoughts if you want to see this movie. If you have seen this movie, if you have though, please keep the conversation in the comments spoiler free. We're trying to keep everyone to have the same experience. Thank you again for tuning into this video. Like I said, comment below, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe because I make videos like this every single week. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone.